Hey, welcome back everybody. Today we're talking about the event, the update, the quality of life update, and the wipes happening all this week for Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And I'm Jade Monkey. Okay, so this is a busy week for sure. I do know we have, obviously the PTB is going to be loading up the next big update here. I thought it was going to be last week, but it looks like it's going to be this week. But before we hit all these other things here, let's go ahead and cover the wipes for both main branch and also for my custom server. Okay, so my custom server up first. The best way to find it is by searching server ID. So change the field where it says name to server ID, and it's 49BD706. It is Jade Monkey 2X Solo Duo Trio, BPs, Unlocked, Recyclers, Anti-Cheat. You can search the name, but there's a lot of copycats, so searching by server ID is probably going to be your best bet. If you are looking to get Q-Skip, which is our VIP, it is done through the YouTube channel membership. Once you are a channel member there, all you have to do is go over to my posts on my landing page on YouTube and look for the members only post and then reply with your gamer tag or PSN ID as the page says here. And then you'll get YouTube notifications once I click the heart button and stuff, so I'll kind of echo back what you do have there. So we've got all the information correct. The server does get quite busy, so it's the VIP is definitely worth it, but it is open to everybody, and VIP only gets Q-Skip, so it's not like a pay-to-win server or anything like that. Also, my wipe schedule here is a full wipe October 17th, Thursday, 2024. And again, that server ID at the top, and this is what it looks like in the search field there once it does show up. Yeah, that's, I saw like it said like 0K, and then it said like seed 0. But yeah, that should all show up now. That was a glitch on previous updates. Anyway, so if you do find anybody teaming, connected compounds, somebody using mouse and keyboard or scripts, be sure to use the in-game report system on my server, as it goes directly to me and the moderators. And because you won't always be able to see the admins on the server, that's the point. We're always watching in the background, so those reports do help quite a bit. So much appreciated for people that do submit those. And yeah, it helps keep the server nice and clean. Okay, popping out. Let's go ahead and jump over to the wipe schedule for main branch while we're at it. So monthly main branch, also known as normal Rust, we have October 17th, Thursday, 2024. We have a no wipe, which means you keep the blueprints and you keep the map. But the next scheduled wipe is October 31st. Oops, I have 23. It's October 31st, 2024, and it should be a soft wipe for monthly main branch as far as I know up to this point, although they do kind of keep things pretty close to the chest when they have these all set up. So as it stands now, as of recording this, this is a soft wipe schedule for October 31st, 2024, not to be confused with 2023. And our next big piece here for weekly main branch, we have Thursday, October 17th, 2024. We have a soft wipe that's coming up, and that means you keep the blueprints, but the map does change. This is a great time on weekly branch, or weekly main branch, excuse me, just before Thursday to actually go into a server that maybe you want to try, shotgun a bunch of BPs. I'm telling you, it's a good way to go, especially if you're feeling like the server you're on is pretty stale or there's like a lot of zergs, or you know, if you've been on monthly and you're like, hey, it's getting pretty stinky with all these zergs, try weekly. I think you'll like it. These servers come back online at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 a.m. PST, and 7:30 p.m. BST. 30 minutes prior to these posted times is when it goes down. It takes roughly about 30 minutes for it to come back up. Also, we should still have our main sets, skin sets, in rotation for another week, and I think the special items do rotate this week as well. So if you like any of those special items, now's the time to get in there and get it done. Okay, so let's talk about the quality of life for a second. Oh, here, by the way, over on PC, this is kind of a nice look into our future at some point. There has been a terrain change, and you can see there's a lot more interesting features inside of the map now. I think the Anvil Rock, the G Rock's all coming back, so stuff to look forward to for us in the very near future. It's just really nice to see all of these changes coming into PC and, you know, for us eventually. Okay, so quality of life update. Have no illusions. The car and the Mini are definitely on the horizon. I don't think it'll be coming in for the quality of life update, but don't get me wrong, I'll definitely embrace it if it does happen. I'll take any of these. I would prefer the Mini, but I know we're most likely going to get the cars first. But you know, more on these guys in another video down the line here, probably in the next few days. But just know that these are probably not coming in this year, but they are looming. Dare I say, maybe even for the first quarter this coming year. So, you know, something to hang on to, because we do know there's been significant work on both of these up to this point, and we do know they're both on the table as far as like what could potentially be coming. So, you know, I know this was off the table for a while, but it's definitely back on the menu. So, you know, just keep your eyes open. Wouldn't it be sweet, though, for the quality of life we got something like this? But as the name would suggest, quality of life update is going to be those things, little quality of life items, and there's typically one like or two smaller features that kind of come in. Here's my thought. I don't know if this is going to come in. I know it will at some point, but since we now have these backpack slots, we do have the potential to have a parachute, which would be great because we have a huge problem with these giant Zergs. Here, watch. If I actually fall and then I press the button, we have a huge problem now because we don't have any minis, which is a core part of the game. Another reason why I showed you over there is because these giant Zerg bases will just like triple, quadruple up on the walls, and there's no good viable option to go vertical. Yes, you can scaffold over, and yes, you can ladder, but like there should be more options than that, especially if you're a smaller group. You don't want to be wasting a chunk of your C4 necessarily to blow through the wall every time, because you know what I'm talking about. If you've been on a monthly server, you've seen these guys just go like, you know, let's just, you know, make 50 walls and then we'll have this crazy base on the inside, and it's like, you know, in normal Rust you could just fly over the wall, you know what I mean? So it would be nice to have a vertical option. Since we're probably not going to have the helicopters until next year, having something like parachutes would definitely be nice. Then you can make scaffolding and then parachute in. It just gives you a lot of options from higher points to kind of drop into the map in different locations. Now, what would be really cool is if we got the parachute that goes in the backpack slot, but also something like the hot air balloon, because it is definitely slow enough if there's any kind of performance issue for any of the consoles, right? Because I know the core systems can have a hard time with some of these frames sometimes if you're moving very fast. But I mean, this doesn't move fast at all. And then having a parachute option would be like a nice go-between until we actually get proper minis, you know, and attack helicopters and all that good stuff. I mean, look at this. It's super slow, right? It would be nice. Not really sure what they're going to add in there. They think this feature does kind of fit in with what they have done up to this point. I don't think it'll be a monument, although, again, I think we'd all kind of welcome that with open arms if they did do that for the quality of life update. I think it's going to be a lot of little small things. Think more along the lines of the military tunnels update, where we had a lot of little things kind of added on with it. I think we'll see stuff like that here. Obviously less the larger monument, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it to see what comes in, because we already have industrial. Woo, we already have the industrial update, so it'll be interesting to see where all of this does go. Also, this week on the 17th is when the Halloween event does come in, by the way, for main branch and also for the custom servers. Actually, let me pause that idea for a second and say, back to the quality of life update. I don't know if I covered this earlier in the video, but this does hit PTB first, and they are still on a monthly cycle, and we are halfway through October. So I don't think it'll be in PTB for too long. So essentially it starts on PTB and then it gets moved over to main branch, normal Rust. So essentially we're just waiting for that testing staging branch to be activated with this. To be perfectly honest, I thought it was going to be last week. So I don't know if they're behind schedule or what, but we should definitely see it this week. I would be shocked if we didn't. And hopefully we'll have some kind of indication as to why and then maybe what's coming. Speaking of, it would be nice to see a dev blog here once the quality of life update hits to kind of see what's coming for our future, what we have to look forward to. It would be really awesome. But yeah, I think you know, having a parachute and a hot air balloon kind of as a nice go-between would be very nice. Give us some of that verticality. Anyways, back to the event. The Halloween event and the Rift is coming in on the 17th of October. And I'm not sure after this whole event is done if we'll still be able to spawn things inside of the custom server. I would imagine that we could. But we do know that we have the Rifts. Think of like gingerbread mines back in the Christmas event. And now we have the roaming NPCs, which I don't think we had last year. I think that we saw it for like a period of time, but I don't think they ran it on main. They had it on for a second, then they shut it off. So essentially you'll have these roaming NPCs that are kind of wild. They attack you very aggressively, and they also have a lot of good loot. So it'll be a nice mix-up. It's a good time, as I said earlier, if you're looking to change servers, popping in and grabbing some weekly BPs now is going to be the way to go. Or even if you're going around on these monthly servers, now's the time to get in there on a new server and then stack some of that loot using the Halloween event to your favor. It's always a good way to go. I mean, shop around different servers. You'd be surprised at the different experience that you would get, not only with the different types, like weekly to monthly, or even community, but you know, just kind of changing things up, because some servers have some rotten groups on it, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's the apocalypse, am I right? So anyways, that's what's happening for us in Rust Console Edition here. And we do have a video here on the end screen, or should already be up on the end screen, an anti-raid video to show you just how to protect your base while you're offline. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video / live stream or on the custom server. Love you, bye. Oof, oof, oof. Peace, peace.